everyone and welcome back to my channel. So if you've seen my two previous videos, I did do a video on just the background, and then I did a video using Inktense on the griffin, I do believe, and then I popped a base layer down of watercolour on the mountains. Now I did do all of this off camera. I did add a little bit of this to Instagram on the reels. I'm still trying to get used to how to use the reels and whatnot. But anyway, so the lightest shade that I used was the light green. This is Prismacolor, and then we've got parrot green, aquamarine, and then cobalt turquoise. I'll apologise now because my throat has got even worse and now started coughing. So I'm hoping that I don't cough too much in this video. But I thought, well, I've got an hour, maybe an hour, I'd just do these little mountains and then maybe base the clouds, because my idea was to make these clouds into an ombre, but first of all I will need to base them just to get rid of the white on that paper. That's my idea anyway. I said about not coughing then, and then I started coughing, so I had to pause, so I do apologise. So I'm going to move the rest of my Prismacolors out of the way because this pencil case is absolutely huge, and we're just going to concentrate on these two big mountains here. So the way that I did it, I first went in with the parrot green, and I did all the shadows where Kerby's already put these down, letting us know where to put them. It's definitely nothing fancy. I did start doing it really fancy on this side, and then by the time that I got down here I just wanted to do it easier, so this is the way that I'm doing it today. And I finally managed to get my acrylic nails off. There was an absolute mess, but I managed to clean them up a little bit, and I'm gonna stay off the acrylic nails just for a little bit and give my real nails just some time to breathe. But I didn't break one nail taking them acrylics off, which I'm really happy about. So again, if you do hear squeals or bangs, my daughter is upstairs, so that's what you are hearing. So going all over these shadows first. I'll just do one at a time, but you can see there that I've missed a little bit of where I should have put the watercolour. And you can see all the paper where it's ripped there, but when it's zoomed out you can't really tell. Just make sure that you can see everything that I'm doing, because I know I'm terrible sometimes for not being zoomed in enough. So I want this bit dark, and then the opposite way now I'm going to start from the bottom and pull the colour up. That's what I did last time, so that all needs to be filled in actually. Fill all this in. I'm really liking how this page is turning out, and I'm happy with the fact that I'm managing to put it down. I put it down and work on it every couple of days or when I have chance, opposed to sitting here over and over and over again each night wanting to get it finished. It does make it feel a little bit more fresh doing it like that, not working on the same thing over and over. So the same thing, I would pull the colour from the bottom up halfway, and then from the top pull that colour down halfway, so I'm leaving a little bit of a strip of lighter colour, the lighter green colour, and then we'll use the, which one is it? It's just light green to blend everything together at the end. So I'm testing out again the microphone that I bought. I've not really played with it much with the new camera, so I thought, you know what, today I'm going to pull it out. But I've got a laptop in front of me, I've got the microphone, obviously the tripod, the camera, lots of wires everywhere. But I'm hoping that the quality is a little bit better. You might even be able to hear the dog snoring a little bit better in this video. So same thing, pulling the colour up. I think I might leave it another day or two, and if I'm still feeling a bit not very nice, I'm going to have to ring the doctors. I am, unfortunately. So still just pulling this colour up. See how vibrant, I love the colour of that, I think it's beautiful. Of the griffin. And I'm pretty sure as well, some of these lines, yes I did, I was making more shadows as well underneath some of these lines, not all of them. You see these. I know it sounds terrible, but I'm glad I've got ill now, and if my daughter catches it, it's fine because she's not at school. So yeah, because she's bound to catch it because we're always next to each other. So yeah, just pull that colour down. And then in with the slightly darker colour, which is the aquamarine. She's having a really good time up there watching Bing. Excuse me. So the shadowed bits again, just going over the top of them. And then once we use that light green to blend, it really does come together. And then start pulling the colour up as well. See, I did actually write the colours down for a change on this one because I knew I wouldn't remember these 4 colours. So I'm quite impressed with myself that I managed to remember to even put a note down. Using just a medium pressure at the moment, not going in too heavy. And then what I did, I used the light green to blend out, and then I went over the top of the shadows just a little bit, not too much, with the darkest cobalt turquoise. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, just going to do the same thing. And it is quite easy. I actually pre-sharpened my pencils as well. You could go in with a solvent here or you blend a pencil, but I just like the look of this lighter green. I think it matches really, really nicely. That has ate a lot of the pencil away though, so just be aware of that. I think I did say in my last video that because I'd put the watercolour down, it will eat away your pencils a little bit more, so just keep that in mind. So my cobalt turquoise, just to darken some of these areas up a bit. I was initially going to do these mountains in brown, but I just wanted them to pop, especially with the colour of everything else. I just wanted it all to really pop. I wanted to have fun with this page. I've never ever done minty green mountains before, so it's a first. But I'm not bringing this colour all the way down, I just want a little bit here and there. And I don't believe that I blended this out, I just left it as was. So I want a little bit down this edge here. And the same with this one. And I'm going to leave that as is, I'm not going to do any more messing around. So I'll sharpen my pencils and then we'll get this one finished. So they're all nice and sharpened now. And I've just realised I've missed that tiny little bit though. So I'm just going to colour that with my darkest colour and finish this little bit off that I missed. I would have kicked myself if I'd missed that. I'm having trouble with some of these prismas actually. Can you see there? The core right isn't in the middle, so I'm having to use a craft knife to take away the excess wood, which is so annoying. I'm having to do it with a lot of the colours actually. So where is my craft knife? There it is. Yeah, I'm having to get them, take away that excess so I can actually get to the colour. That should be alright. I might as well leave that out because I've got a funny feeling I'm going to be using it again. So, it was this one first, wasn't it? It was the parrot green. So fill in where Kerby's already put them little shadowy marks. Get them out of the way. I don't know what it is with Kerby's books. I do find them really relaxing to do, even though there is a lot going on in some of the pages, well most of the pages actually. I do really like doing them. Now here I'm just adding it where I think there should be shadows. Just like that, and then from the top to the middle to the bottom to the middle again. Just pulling that colour down. And watch his claws. I nearly said little claws then, but they're definitely not little. I'm wondering whether I should use the Faber-Castell watercolour brushes for the clouds. I'm not 100% sure. And I wouldn't really mind getting most of this done on camera today, so I'm just thinking what would be the quickest and easiest for me to do. Excuse me. So down here. Again, still a light hand. I'm using the light to medium pressure, and then I'm only using the dark pressure with that light green to blend want a little bit more here. Just like that. And then with the aquamarine, it's that same thing, but just don't go down as far. I think it needs to be a little bit darker just around here as well. That should do it for now. If I want to add, there's a tiny bit there that I want to add actually, but if I want to add any more I can always go over the top. And let's start blending this out. I'm going to add a little bit of the medium one again, the aquamarine here before I blend out. She's definitely having fun. And it's done it again, can you see where the wood is? It looks more or less centred on the other side, so I don't know why it does that. It's very strange. That was a bad call. Not nice this at the moment. Very not nice. It's making me really tired as well. I'm really tired. So I'm going to have to use the craft knife again, unfortunately, to get at this colour right at the end as well. That should be enough. My desk is going to be a mess. Just when I get this bit blended, just let me just use that little bit. Right, if I do any more messing with that, I'm going to get irritated with myself, I think. So that's where we're up to with the mountains, so I'm happy with them. Now I'm going to just have a little think about it, what I want to do. I might even just use a bit of nail colour too, just for the clouds, and then do shading with pencil. I'm not sure, so I will be right back. It was a good job that I noticed that then. I've not done any of the shading, the darker shading on this mountain. See, my head is not right at the minute. It's had a bit of shading. At least she's still making me laugh anyway. So this one was the cobalt turquoise, yes it was. And just pop that down in the really, really darker areas. And here. And that should be okay, maybe a little bit more there. Need to stop faffing with it. Right, so we'll work on the clouds now, I promise. Right, so I've finally decided what I'm going to do about these clouds. And I've pulled out my Deco Art, or the Prima watercolours in Pastel Dreams. And I think these two colours, with maybe a hint of this lilac one as well, will work really, really nicely for the ombre effect that I'm hoping to achieve. So let's get these wet. So we've got Lemonade, which that must be Pink Lemonade, Rose, and then we've got Lilac Rain, which will wet. I want to start off this very top corner here. And we will use this brush. I've not used this one a lot actually, so it is practically brand new. One of the Kuretake ones, but it's a flat one. So I think it'll be interesting to see how this behaves. So with the lighter pink, I was going to try and do the wet on wet, but that's completely mixing all together. If I do that, the wet on wet, I'm going to be chancing getting all of my background mixed up in it. So anyway, we'll just see how we go. Let's just pop this colour all over straight away. And this one is the Lemonade. I'm not going to worry about the stars for now. I do plan on going over them with either some Paul Rubin watercolour paints, the metallic ones, or a gel pen maybe. That's the plan. Get all this down and get rid of that white of the paper. The reason I'm lifting the paper up is so I don't get it on the page behind. I'll try and get this as even as I can. And go in with the darker pink, which was the Rose. Put that at the very top. And just start pulling it down. I'm not adding any more to the brush there. Just using whatever's there. Cleaning the brush. And the very edge, I'll use this Lilac Rain. Clean off my brush again. And get these to blend in. So So we will leave that as is and see how it looks once it's dry. We've got all these little areas as well at the bottom to do. So the lightest lemonade. I should be able to just do this area as well while I'm at it. I've got a little bit on the mountain there. I might have to switch brushes. A little bit more down here. Clean that brush off and in with the rolls. Clean off my brush again. There's a lot of cleaning in between in this one, isn't there? And then I nearly said Purple Rain then, I was thinking that song, Violet Rain. Just the very bottom bits. I know it might be a bit difficult for you to see at the moment because of the glue, but once it's dried, you'll be able to see a lot better. I do feel like that I'm going to have to add a little bit of pencil shading, but this saves me a lot of time. Doing it with the watercolour. And then for this one, I'm going to switch brushes. I can see that my daughter's getting quite aggravated now. Yeah, she's getting upset, so I'll see if I can calm her down. If I can't, then it'll have to just be postpone this video. I'll be right back. So I seem to have settled her, but I'm not going to be able to finish this whole thing on camera, unfortunately. So what I'll do is I'll do a couple more of the clouds in this watercolour paint, but I do want to show you the Paul Reben watercolour paint, and I'm going to put them in certain areas. I'll do one or two of them maybe, and then you'll just have to wait either to see it on Instagram or my finished pages video, which will be up at the end of the month. It'll definitely be on there, but I do apologise. There's only so much time that I've got to film, unfortunately. But I am absolutely loving these really bright colours. It makes a change. So be careful of these claws. To switch brushes now, and then the darker pink. Ooh, there's a lot on there, too much. And blend that up. And then it was the Violet Rain, just at the very bottoms. And blend that up as well. You can see this one started to dry really nicely now, and it is going from dark to light, which that's what I was after, so it has worked. So I'll put this to one side now, words, and get out my little Paul Rubens. Now I'm thinking this pink here. I'm liking the look of this pink, and I'll do this little area here and here, but I could always mix two of the colours together. So we'll activate this one and maybe the really dark pink one. Hello Noodle. Are you gracing us with your presence today? Hello. Deaf little dog. I think I might need a couple of layers of that one, so I'm going to mix them together. This is the first time that I've actually gone onto the palette with this. I'm usually very funny, but I'm trying my best not to be and just use what I have. So let's do this one here. I'm getting it all muddled up here. So let's do this one at the top. I do think that it's going to need a few layers of this to really give the effect of what I'm after. It's a beautiful pink colour though. Oh yeah, well I could do the same thing, put all this colour down and then make it darker at the start and then going into the lighter to match the clouds. That's a good idea. And this one at the top as well. So I'll go straight into that dark pink and apply that at the start and then pull it into the lighter one. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an idea of what I'm trying to achieve with just these paints. I may end up having to use a little bit of pencil over the top, but we'll see. But unfortunately for today, that is all the time that I've got. I don't feel comfortable leaving my daughter upstairs for too long. I need to bring her downstairs. So that's this portion of the clouds done, and then I'll do some of this in the watercolour and then some of the both watercolour and some in the Paul Rubens. But if I just move this in the light, you can just see there just about it is still wet, but it will be lovely and shimmery that when it's done and dried. But I do hope that you enjoyed the video. It might have been a little bit shorter today. I'm really sorry, but thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye.